This podcast is brought to you by Ugly Christmas Sweaters. Episode 47 of the Mack Talks, where we do the rundown and Mack move or Wack move. Let's go. Chase, tell the people what the Mack Talks are.
If you're an entrepreneur, impactful leader, or business owner, the Mack Talks are that vehicle that brings you the stories that you need to hear.
That's right, real stories from real leaders. Check us out every Thursday. Episode 47, correct, Tommy? 47, right? Chase, it's good, bro.
47? That's my favorite number.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be your favorite show, dog.
According to, I don't know who, but 47 is apparently the number of the universe. It's the most random number.
Is it really?
And special number for me because one of my favorite rappers, Captain Steelo, he died back in 2012, but his gang was the 47 gang.
I hear you. Never heard of that guy. But
yeah, he died sadly on Christmas Eve, 2012.
So I don't know if anybody's noticed, but today is the Mack Media Group Ugly Sweater Christmas Party.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've noticed myself. I've got on this Will Smith joint. You know what I'm saying?
And I've been told not to move an inch from my chair, so I'm not going to stand up for fear of getting out of frame. But mine is Santa Claus. He's got a cool pair of shades on and got some drip. And mine comes with a beer pouch too.
Real quick, so let's just highlight how Chase dropped the ball. Originally, Chase ordered a Coors Light ugly sweater, and I got a Bud Light ugly sweater, and it would go hand in hand with, what we're doing. Like I'm Batman, you're Robin. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you're Batman, I'm Superman.
I don't think so.
And we battle.
And kind of that's how Bud Light and Coors Light is. Like Bud Light is so much above Coors Light. So,
but anyway, I don't agree with that at all.
Needless to say,
I would say you're Bud Heavy and I'm Bud Light or something like that.
I feel as though you're calling me fat. I'm not cool with that.
Well, I'm not calling you fat.
So listen, bro. So the deal is that I ordered the Bud Light one. It was going to go hand in hand. Obviously, that didn't happen because Chase's didn't come in because he couldn't figure out how to get it here in time from Amazon.
Well, here's the deal. It's in China right now. So there is a chance that if they shoot it over here in a rocket, that it'll come here in time for our 2:00 party.
So I bought two ugly sweaters. Like, how many people drop 50, 60, I think it was like 60 or 70 bucks on ugly sweaters?
I dropped $60 on ugly sweaters. You told me you dropped $150.
Well, I had to get Carla one too.
Right, so say that.
Well,
so
I did.
You dropped $150 on sweaters.
I did, but two of them were for me.
$60 on sweaters.
All right. Well, two of them were for me. And I had to go with the other one now, the Will Smith, because you screwed up our little shtick that we were trying to do, like our little funny. Now how are we supposed to go out afterwards and look cool?
I think we're still going to look cool. I think it's not going to be like what you said, like Batman and Robin, but it's going to be something, still going to be fun.
I hear you. All right, well, let's get into this goddamn
Let's talk
program.
about it. We ordered some food from Amigos for the whole office. Amanda told us there would be 6 interns coming in.
All the interns are showing up.
And she was right. They all showed up today. Get this, man. Imagine it's your first day. It's your first day at an internship.
What?
And it's the day of the office sweater party.
Yeah.
Ugly sweater party.
There's two people out there.
Yeah. Two people new day. First day.
Yep.
Yeah. So imagine that's your first day. You walk in and you see this pandemonium that's going on, and everybody's dressed up all ridiculous.
You see these guys that sit in this office that's completely disconnected from the rest of the office.
Yeah.
And they're just drinking tequila. I'm just joking.
And one of them is the boss. And you're
here.
Like, wait, is that guy just like a townie that comes by and harasses everybody here?
Let's actually talk about that for a second real quick. Let's talk about that. A lot of times it takes interns a little while to figure out that I'm the owner of the company.
Yeah.
And Chase, when he was an intern, actually said the same thing, that he didn't think that I was the owner of the company.
Yeah, I didn't.
And I'd like to know why. Is it because I'm in the trenches with everybody and I'm just a regular guy? Is that the reason why? Like, what are some of the reasons as to why?
So
you got that
visually,
feeling?
you don't wear like technically. I mean, you do dress up when you have to, but you wear usually jeans and a shirt and a flat brim hat to work. And that's like a regular day. And then also sometimes you come in at 9, sometimes you come in at 8, sometimes you come in at 10. It's kind of up in the air when you're going to come in. And then the last part is
really
it's the
quickly,
way
though,
that you carry yourself is not. I mean, it's very it's playful, it's fun, but it's not. You know, when you're interacting with people, you try to just make sure that they're having a good time and you're comfortable. So it's not like this demanding presence that you'd expect from like a boss.
Okay. One thing really quickly.
Does that make sense?
The way that you were saying, it does make sense, but the way that you were saying, like, that, you know, like sometimes come in at 8, sometimes come in at 9, sometimes come in at 10, just so you know, always working.
Oh, he's always working.
I'm always working.
No.
So it's not like I just come strolling in.
That's not what I'm
10.
saying.
I just wanted to just
not
make
what
that
I'm saying.
very clear.
It's all the other employees here, you know, they have a very set schedule. You're on the road. You're mobile.
Yeah. So do you think
you like to be light on your feet?
You think that, like, you know, when I come in and I tell this crazy story about a craps table and I'm just like over the top with my stories and I'm like...
Yeah. I don't know who the hell I thought you were. I was like, I think this guy is a bum.
Wow, dude. There's no way that he
came up off the street. He's friends with the owner, and he comes in here to harass the employees. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, guys.
I'm a fun guy.
He's a fun guy.
I just am. I'm a fun guy. That's what I am.
I don't know. I think people think that I'm the boss.
Not with the size of the desk that you have. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but they can't see my desk from here.
Yeah, but it's a little tiny desk.
And you do that on purpose to demean me.
I do.
And make sure that I know my place.
You just got a desk recently. This dude had a table for the longest time. He just had a table.
Yeah, I had a table. But I like it. I like it because one day I'm going to have a big fucking desk in the corner of the office, and it's going to be overlooking.
It's going to be so big that you're
awesome.
actually going to be able to put a little bed on this desk for Scrappy to take a little snoozer on.
It's so fun, actually. It's more fun probably talking about and envisioning and executing on your dreams and everything than it is when you actually get there and achieve it. I think we're going to look back on these days. We're going to laugh, you know, because one day we're going to be in a big office. I'm going to have my own, you know, I'm going to get the corner office
wing
with
my
own wing. And I'm going to look back on this day and be like, damn, I wish I could go back and be in the trenches again. I miss it.
We'll just start over. You know, it's like how those jacked guys just eat like shit and get fat. Just to prove
that's what
that
I'm
they
doing
can
right
start
now.
over again.
Like I was ripped before this, like in 2018, and then 2019 I got fat.
And then Thanksgiving came and Chase was like, "Yo, after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get this gym bod back." And then he went for like a week,
8 days,
and then he goes, "You know what?
8 days.
I'm just gonna ride it out until New Year's."
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen.
All right.
You're making a mistake by doing that because you're gonna hate the gym. You right now is prime time gym.
Yeah, now's the best time.
Yeah, because
you should
nobody
go now.
is in like. The people that get the discounts and all that, they're not in there.
Oh,
but anyway.
quick story. It only takes a second. I actually drove to the gym on Saturday to go work out. Yep. And then I got there and I realized that my headphones were out of battery, so I drove home.
I do hate working out without headphones.
Yeah, so I drove home.
One time my wife has these piece of shit headphones and I have no idea why she uses them. And one time I actually used them at the gym. Look like a tool. But yo, you see my headphones at the gym. I have the biggest. My headphones are like podcasting headphones. Like I'm there doing bench.
These headphones.
Yeah, like I'm doing I'm doing the bench or I'm curling, and people are like, "Yo, that dude is podcasting while he's curling," and I'm like, "Yo, I'm down."
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, can we get into this show, dude?
Okay,
seriously,
we'll get into the show.
It's not about you.
We'll get into the show.
About you. So
here we go.
All right, so we're gonna get into the into this here rundown. Get it popping with some topics in the rundown, and we're going to run them down. We're going to discuss them. We're going to decide whether or not Chase is going to be allowed to pick these topics anymore. He's had a bad run. No, I'm just joking.
No, we got great topics on
all right,
deck
so
here today.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah. All right, topic number one, guys. Rundown. And again, the rundown is basically we're going to share news stories with you guys. We're going to give you our take on them. For the rundown, it's going to be more, more focused on stories rather than Mack Move or Wack Move, which is more focused on, quick topics and physical objects and stuff like that. So
yes.
So all business
Thanks
related.
For the explanation.
So rundown topic number one.
No, that's supposed to be if we all vote.
All right. Damn, I hit that high note, though. All right, the rundown topic number 1, making a living playing video games. Now, I know everybody's being told by their parents, what are you doing in your room all night? Staying up until 1 in the morning. It's not like you're going to make money on this stuff.
Yeah.
That's about to change, sir. Big-time investors like Mark Cuban have taken stakes in esports-related entities in the past years. Robert Kraft, who owns the New England Patriots, also paid $20 million. He's putting down $20 million to own the Boston-based team in Activision Blizzard's Overwatch League. So they bought an Overwatch team. This guy Riot, who's a very popular
$20 million he put into it?
Yeah. This guy Riot, who's
freaking crafty,
that's his
bro.
gamer tag.
That guy's crafty. Bob Kraft? Crafty.
Listen to these numbers, though. League of Legends World Championships in November brought in 100 million unique viewers for the finals. Last year's Super Bowl, hovering at around 103 million.
Are you serious?
It's catching up. It is catching up rapidly. People want to watch that now,
Wow. That's amazing.
So obviously this opens up
good for the gamers.
A lot of jobs. This is great also for our economy, like opening up a new industry of like events, like going and watching esports and like all that, like, different venues. They're going to
some cool shit.
In Korea, they're building these South Korea, of course, not North Korea, because they don't even have running water there. But they're building these esports stadiums and some of them I think are outdoor. And they fill the stadiums and they put up a giant screen and you can watch with a stage and you can watch these guys game. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, I've been seeing it in the stadiums.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty goddamn cool.
I mean, you have no chance of ever playing video
I stopped
games
playing
ever.
Madden years ago.
Yeah.
Madden got hard as shit. I was like, I can't do this. But I will tell any kid that's out there, come at me. 93 Madden on a Sega Genesis. Come at me. That's all I'm going to say real quick.
All right. Yeah, I think it's awesome. Good for the economy. Good for just, maybe do a standing desk when you're gaming, Try
I think that would be good.
Keep in shape.
Maybe like, they have those treadmill standing desks. I think that would be good.
I want to game outside.
Yeah. But, just
you ever
like anything
gamed
else.
outside?
Listen, just like anything else, gaming can be an addiction too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can be an addict. I don't understand though why they call it esports though. Like I
Electronic
understand
sports.
But what exactly are you doing that revolves sports? Like that has anything to do with sports.
It has the same
like I get it if you're playing basketball.
It has similar
Even if you're playing basketball, it's not really the same.
No, it's not athletic, but it has the same attributes.
Yo, I got the strongest thumbs in the game, boy.
It does.
Could you be a thumb model if you're a gamer?
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
All right, so that was topic number 1. Correct? Do you have anything else to say about that, Chase?
No, I mean that's pretty much it. You're never gonna make it to the league. You're terrible.
No,
yeah,
I'm never gonna make it.
Okay.
But I tell you what I will do though. I will continue to beat your ass in video games at my house, which I do on the reg. Real quick.
You guys
shout out to me in NBA 2K. I beat Chase by 40 points the other day.
You don't mention the times that I beat you by 30, 25, 28.
Yo, this isn't about you.
Plus, I won the game directly before that game.
This is about making a living
stopped
playing
playing.
video
It was 11
games.
o'clock at night. I was like, I'm tired. I want to leave. This old man keeps yelling at me to play him in NBA. I'm like, all right, I'll play. So then I lay down on the couch. I close my eyes.
I keep giving him beers is what I do. I'm like, bro, you want to stay, have one more beer? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, and run a game? Because in order to get the beer, you got to run the game.
Guys, this is how I play Scott in video games like this. Ready? All right.
Funny guy. You funny guy.
Topic number 2.
This one I love. This one I feel is placed in here just for me.
Yeah. What makes a good boss?
Yeah. Ugly Christmas sweater parties and 3 flavors of 3 different types of tequila.
What makes a good boss? A bad boss can wreak havoc on an organization. Half of employees saying they've left a company because of a bad boss. So what does it take to be a good boss? Study asking workers to rank their managers in 7 areas. While bosses didn't have to reach a perfect score to avoid being labeled a bad boss, they had to do well in some stuff like feedback, respect, support, and praise.
I feel as though I've gotten better at this throughout my career. Obviously, when I was much younger, I was also running a different type of business. You know, when you're running a labor business, you know,
it's way different.
It's way different. But I feel as I've gotten a lot better. I feel like I've kind of taken some things in stride, and I've done some of the things that they've mentioned. You always got to evolve. You know what I mean? You always got to evolve being a business owner when it comes to treating the employees and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, this isn't about me. I thought this was about me.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
It's about you, Scott. It's always about you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I try to remind myself all the time when I'm at work. I'm like, this is about Scott. So, no, I mean, I think it's a good boss is just a good leader, and leadership goes across all platforms, whether you're a leader in the military, a leader on a sports team, a leader of a company. It's all about growing that culture, that successful culture, and, you know, providing support. I always liked when Gary Vee said that, you know, people say that I have 300 employees, but it's really I have 300 bosses.
Yeah.
And I was like, that may be a little too much, but I think he's on the right track to where you need to make your employees feel like, you know, like they're a part of the grander mission, and that you are there to help them succeed as well.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, the tricky thing about that is that there's a bunch of different personalities. You know what I mean? Like, some
people need to be left alone.
Yeah.
And they can manage their self. Others need to be constantly encouraged, or disciplined or praised. You know, some guys you got to be right up in their stuff, or some guys you can just leave alone, and you got to know your distance.
Yeah. And that's something that is, like I said, it's something that I'm definitely trying to get better at, and I think that I've gotten better at. Obviously, like I said, when you have employees that are, you know, this is a lot different of an environment than where it came from before.
Yeah.
You know, so like where I came from before was like, yeah, you can't use your cell phone. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be laying out shirts, or you're supposed to be unboxing shirts. You can't stop and use your cell phone for 30 minutes, 4 times a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where this is a lot different of a situation, where it's like, oh, you want to use your cell phone? Go ahead. But the work has to still get done. Like, as long as the work gets done.
Yeah.
You can't say that to laborers, because you know what I mean? And a lot of times it's just tough. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I can imagine though that makes or breaks a company is the boss a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we frequent a certain restaurant a lot. We're not going to say any names. And I just want to say that the looks on these employees' faces, to the way that this specific owner of their business speaks to their employees, you look at the employee in the face when they're getting spoken to, and you can see, like I can see from across the bar, that this person is contemplating 3 things: walking out, punching him in the face, or punching him in the face, or just keep working. You know what I mean? Like, it's just miserable. It's so miserable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when I go in there and I do impersonations of this guy to the employees, it actually helps a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, but
also, it's you got to remember too that a bad boss doesn't completely make or break the company. You have a responsibility too, as an employee, to deliver.
Yeah.
And to operate and be a professional.
Hey, listen, we're just people too.
Yeah.
Bosses, we're people too.
I guess, you know, I had a very early experience with leadership that I really framed the entire way that I lived my life, and that was when I was captain of my wrestling team in high school, and we had the Sandy Hook tragedy happen, and that sort of framed, and I realized it's like, oh, I mean, that was 8 years ago. Like, what does that have anything to do with who I am today? But when I think about it, it really framed how I think of leadership, and because I had to make hard and fast decisions, and I had to be strong and level-headed for everybody on the team, because I was literally dealing with 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
They have no idea what's going on. You have to be like an adult when you're, 17, and then also my coach left the team.
Yeah.
So it was literally just me and then my other friend who, wasn't as strong or dominant of a person.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, I've learned a lot of lessons. I think it's important to remember that leaders are people too.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're trying their best. So
I think that's good though. That's awesome. That's awesome, because obviously that's, you're kind of forced to be put into a leadership role. And obviously you had to lead. I think
it was huge for my life. I feel like now forever I'll always think that I can lead if I need to.
Yeah, well, because you led in a crazy circumstance that was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was right in the center of our season. All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Okay.
Topic number 3. This one hits close to home. College costs are soaring. Over the past 10 years, the cost of attending college. This is no secret, by the way. This is no secret.
How can it continue to soar? Like, shouldn't it be climbing at the rate that everything else is climbing? But it's not. It's climbing at like
There's disparity. We'll talk about it, but let me finish the... so the cost of attending college has risen by 25% at private colleges and 29% at public colleges. Analyzing recent College Board data, CNBC Make It tells us 2 major factors behind the rising tuition costs. One is lackluster state funding. From 2008 to 2018, 41 states spent an average of 13% less per student, or about $1,200. In addition, cost of living in the U.S. has steadily increased over the years, which not only affects students, but also college faculty and staff. So things are getting more expensive for everybody. And that burden is being carried by college students now, unfortunately. And it's making a lot of people consider whether or not they should even go to college. Back when I was in high school, it was like, where I'm from and like in Newtown, Connecticut, it's like, oh, you're going to college.
Yep. They run that shit down your throat.
Yeah, they run that shit down your throat. I mean,
the schools do.
But I always knew I was
going
to college.
Second. You know what I
from when I was 10 years old.
You know what I heard the other day in a board meeting that I was involved in? Because you know that I'm on boards now.
He's on boards. Scotty Boards.
I'm on boards
Scotty
now.
Boards.
I am a part of boards.
Not skateboards.
I heard that the college, the high school counselor gets some kind of credit for each student that goes to a college. Like they get some sort of accreditation, like something they get for a student to go to college. And
so they're incentivized is what you're saying.
I'm not saying within inside of their salary. I'm saying within inside of their
position.
Benchmark goals within inside of their position. So the whole topic about this was basically that you can't find kids to work in the field. And this all starts in like middle school. You got to you know what I mean? And instead they're sending them to college and they're coming out with debt.
You can't find kids to work in the field is what you said?
No, like these big time manual labor jobs.
Oh, yeah.
They can get jobs making $20, $25 an hour. Like, dude, I don't know the gentleman's name that's on the board with me, but he's bringing in people from outside of the state and putting them up into hotels and flying them home on the weekends. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, they're shipping workers in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
And, I just want to say that college is kind of bullshit for the most part. It really is. I don't mean to go Gary V on you, but take that money, get a job, you're going to make more money. I mean, you're going to get more knowledge and you're not going to have as much debt by just working within the field that you want to be within. Now, I understand certain things you need a degree for, and I get that. But I'm just saying I feel that this whole college thing and how it just continues to climb and climb and climb. What are some of these stats, Chase?
I mean, I will always defend college, but some of the stats with the cost, 13%, an average of the state spends 13% less on students, and the rise for private schools tuition is 25%, which is crazy, and 29% for public
Listen, if
colleges.
A lot of these kids were like you, I would endorse college because the way that you treated college is a lot different. You went there. You did what you had to do. You drank a lot of beers.
Well, I did what I wanted to do. But I wouldn't have gone to college and studied something I didn't want to study. That's my thing. Is go to college and study what you want to study.
And get the experience too.
Get the experience and get in there. If you do college right, there's almost not a price you can put on it.
Do you even
the
college, bro?
The experience is absolutely priceless. I mean, if you really, and I'm not even saying that I did that. Like, I don't think that I maximized
let me
my
ask you this
time
question.
there, and I could have.
Why do you think they're climbing at such a that the costs are climbing so much? Why?
I think part of it's just really effective branding and I don't know. I think
you know what my problem is with this. My problem is like they get like state money, right?
The public schools do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but even still, when you get student loans, isn't that through like what's that through? The government?
Yeah.
So they get
You
subsidized.
can do it through the government. But
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel as though the colleges are like kind of.
No, so
they're taking that into consideration, and then they're upping the price based upon that.
But
they're like, we're still going to get this.
No,
money out of
they're
you.
upping the price for out-of-state students. So if you're a student, you live in the state, and you pay state taxes, then you're not going to pay as much in tuition, which is the way it should be, because that's your tax money.
Yeah.
That you're cashing in on, basically.
Yep.
Out-of-state students, yeah, like they should. I mean, they should upcharge. You know.
Yeah. I hear you.
Anyway, it sucks because I feel like this is gonna, this is gonna take a lot. Education's important, and I think that I think college is a good thing for your career and everything. But this is definitely gonna hurt some people.
Certain situations, I'll go with. All right, so that's the college cost soaring.
Yeah. Yep.
Topic.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
now we are moving into. I was trying to find that one. It was so funny. I was moving into the one that I picked out, which I think is real cool. There's some shakeup happening with inside of the NFL. Chase, go ahead and read topic number 4.
Yes, the Raiders are leaving behind a fan base with a passion you can't buy.
They are.
So, Scott, tell us what's happening.
So everybody that loves them some football knows that the Raiders are no longer going to be playing in Oakland. In the Oakland Coliseum, they signed a deal to go to Vegas. They did that, like 3 years ago? Well, now it's time. It was looking a little promising for a little bit there. The Raiders were off to a horrible start with the Antonio Brown nightmare debacle. But then they were playing really good and had a chance to make the playoffs. And I was hoping that they'd make the playoffs.
I was too.
I was hoping for the city. I was hoping for the people. They've got some passionate.
They've sucked since
fans.
the 80s, right? I mean, since what's his face?
No, they
left?
went to the Super Bowl. Basically, Tom Brady. They had a Super Bowl. They should have went to the Super Bowl. But you ever heard of something called the Tuck Rule? Yeah, exactly. Google it. Anyway,
the Tuck Rule. All right.
So anyway. They didn't make the playoffs. They shit the bed. Fans weren't happy.
Yeah, but tell them the last thing. I mean, they lost their last home game in the stadium, and they broke the hearts of their fans.
They did, and their hearts of their fans, and the fans let them have it.
All the fans are going to do is go and be L.A. Rams fans now.
I don't think
they're not going to follow them to Las Vegas. After losing it,
I think you have to.
I don't know. I think
they're not going to follow them. Like they're not going to move to Las Vegas.
No,
but they're still going to be. They're still going to be Raiders fans.
Las Vegas Raiders fans.
My thing is this: like
the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is going to be quite the experience. I mean, an NFL team in Vegas. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about that. They're going to stay the Raiders forever.
Is that going to make them better or worse?
I feel the Raiders work for Vegas. I want to know when other teams come into Vegas. You know what I mean? Like that night before.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like
true, yeah.
Wow.
Those
spreads are going to be crazy.
The Golden Knights went to the NHL Stanley Cup final in their first season.
But they were an expansion team.
Or second season.
It was their first season, but they were an expansion team.
Still.
Yeah, but
leave it to Vegas to get the number one
team.
team.
Just moving a team though.
Yeah.
You'd never be able to do that in football. And personally, I got a problem with that way they did that expansion draft if a hockey team could do it. You're supposed to suck for 10 years when you're an expansion team. You know what I mean?
I disagree with that.
Hey, keep it quiet out there, all right? We're trying to do a podcast in here. Jesus, these guys.
They're playing the drums out there, bro.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting for the economy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, within the economy, inside of Vegas, like, I think this is cool. I think it's cool that they have another sports team. Are they going to get a baseball team, you think, eventually? I think they might.
Probably.
I don't know. They would definitely.
Las Vegas.
I'll tell you what, they'd definitely be doing the shady shit that the Astros were doing with all that money.
Yeah.
All that money, we'll run to the bookie real quick. Run to the sports book real quick. All right, so that's the Raiders. What do you got on the Raiders? You got anything on the Raiders, Tommy?
I'm just thinking to myself, when they host the Super Bowl there, that's going to be a hell of a party.
That's what I'm saying.
They
have a brand new stadium, right?
Tommy, every time you contribute to this podcast, it's gold.
Tommy.
It's gold. So Yes, I think he's right. The Super Bowl coming to Las Vegas is going to be one for the ages.
I think so. Let's go.
Mack Talks does Super Bowl in Las Vegas.
I wish.
Remember when it was in Atlanta and they shipped all the like it was called like the stripper con because all the strippers in the United States flew to Atlanta.
Yeah, they all went there.
Yeah. So it's good for the economy. Good for the female entrepreneurs in Las Vegas
in that field.
Be the ones to benefit from this.
All right, well, good luck to the Raiders. Hope it works out. You know, they're gamblers. They gambled on Antonio Brown. It didn't work. They should be called the Gamblers, though.
I wanted them to do well after Antonio Brown
left. They should change the name to the Gamblers.
The Gamblers.
Yeah. All right, next topic.
The Gambling Bandits. All right, last topic. Amazon blocks sellers from using FedEx ground delivery shipping. Amazon's preventing third-party sellers on their platform from using FedEx. FedEx confirmed the move, saying it could potentially compromise sellers' ability to meet customer demands and manage their businesses. This is really bad news for third-party sellers on Amazon.
I hate to tell you, but if I were UPS and I were FedEx and I were U.S. Postal Service, well, they don't give a shit because they run off our tax dollars, so it don't really matter, right? Yeah. We'll just bail their ass out left and right.
Yeah.
I'd be really nervous. Chase, what have I been saying? What have I been saying?
Be nervous.
You don't listen to shit that I say, bro. I've been saying that Amazon, I mean, it's not like I'm some kind of freaking genius. I'm not Gary Vee. I'm not Gary Vee where I'm going to be like, I see the future. But like, Amazon is going to take over the shipping industry. Why would they not? They're delivering their own shit. Why would they pay somebody else? Why wouldn't they make money off of it? They already are. So why did they, my question is, why are they doing this to FedEx? Because FedEx doesn't want to give them a kickback or something? Listen, Amazon tells FedEx and tells UPS what they're paying. Go ahead.
In that article, they said that a lot of the third-party sellers aren't getting their stuff out.
It's big time, Tommy.
Keep it a better experience for the Prime members.
Oh,
God, Jesus.
FedEx can't even keep up? That's more of a reason why.
No,
I think it was actually the sellers, like the people selling the products on Amazon. I think it was like a mix.
They couldn't keep up?
I think kind of a mix of both.
The fuck are you talking about, Tommy?
I know what he's talking about.
FedEx Ground stands ready to support our customers and will continue to deliver record-breaking volume this holiday season.
It just sucks for third-party sellers on the platform because FedEx and those other tertiary delivery companies basically could provide a lower-cost service or maybe it's more convenient because of the location that they're shipping it to. And now they have to go through Amazon. They have no choice. So my thing that I was saying yesterday was there's going to be, if Amazon still keeps third-party delivery alive on their platform, then it's just going to cause cheaper, better options to arise in the marketplace. So like I think there's going to be another company like, you know, I don't know anything about shipping, but like, you know, the company Stamps and shit.
Yeah.
Like maybe, you know, your own home fulfillment office. Like it's going to cause people to try to find, when you try to block somebody from doing something, they try to find ways to go around it. And that's what I feel like is going to happen.
I felt the need playing that right there because it was like an intro to like CSI because you say it and then you just.
Do you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying about Amazon taking over the shipping world?
I hate Amazon. That's why I don't shop off of Amazon and I don't buy my clothes off of Amazon for sure. I hate Amazon.
Taking shots? Dude, you buy a lot of shit off of Amazon. You have your account, like you have your card attached to my Amazon account. I see it. I see your history. Don't make me pull it up and expose you on the show.
What are you talking about?
Don't make me expose you.
I don't buy anything off of Amazon.
Expose you.
I can't even remember the last thing I bought off of Amazon. Must have been for you.
Dude,
something
I'll
I
open
bought
up
for the
my goddamn phone and I will expose you.
Go ahead. There's nothing that I've ordered from Amazon. I hate Amazon.
All right, so that is the FedEx story, correct?
Yes.
I'm a fun guy.
It's the last one, it's the Amazon FedEx.
Dude, this program is running extra long today. I noticed that. We just did 44 minutes on the rundown, dude.
Well, let's keep it moving then.
Let's pick it up a little bit, everybody. We're going to go transition this thing into the next segment of the show, which is called...
Mack move or Wack move?
Oh, that was a little too much.
That was too much.
Sound like a little Stu
Mack
Leonard.
move or Wack move?
Sound like Stu Leonard Jr. a little bit right there.
Keep his name out your mouth.
Come on down the stews. We got all kinds of milk.
All right, you're gonna.
I know. I'm trying to get him on the
canceled.
show. He's not listening, bro.
What's
it take to do a podcast?
I'm just fired up to be here today.
So these are a little bit quicker topics, like I said before. We're just gonna give you.
We're gonna
Mack
run
move
through
or
them.
Wack move.
We're gonna bang them out. It's gonna be the speed round. Let's go.
Topic number 1. Ford's new Bronco.
Woo!
Take a look at this thing. Take a look at this puppy.
Pull her up. Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
Modern. It's
I
a little
like that.
boxy, but the Bronco's boxy.
I like it though.
The Bronco's boxy.
I don't like this one as much as the other one though. Where's the other one?
There's nothing like a 1988 Bronco. You know, like
Well,
the one
first
that
of all, it
OJ.
looks nothing
the one
like
that
a
OJ.
1988 Bronco. I would say it kind of looks a little bit like a Jeep, a little bit. I think it's dope. I like it. Put it this way, I like it better than the Cybertruck.
I disagree.
I hear you.
But no, Broncos are sexy, man.
Yeah, I like Broncos.
They're beefy. They're manly.
They're gonna come out with the OJ edition.
They should.
No,
if they were smart.
I think they should stay away from as far away from that as they possibly.
That's
can.
probably why they haven't made one. You know,
Mack move on the Bronco.
Mack move on the Bronco.
That's what you get when you get a double Mack move. All right.
How do you think it's gonna do sales wise? People are gonna buy this thing.
You know what's funny? I don't like Ford. Tommy, you like Ford? Fixed or repaired daily.
I like Fords. I don't have nothing to say bad against them. Apparently,
You know when you drive a Ford though, like the wheel feels like a little more loosey goosey. And I hope I don't upset Todd Ingersoll when I say that that's a Wack move. I mean that's a Mack move. That Bronco. Still gonna buy.
He's a
Tahoe.
Chevy guy.
I know. So I don't want to, you know.
Corvette.
I'm on a board with Todd now, and I just want to say that, you know, he's my guy. I love him. I love Chevy. I love GM. And just because I gave that a Mack move does not mean that I am not a GM guy, because I am a GM guy. All right?
All right.
So that's the Bronco. I like it. I think it's kind of dope.
They're said apparently that the doors and the roof will come off too, like a Jeep.
Ooh.
They're doing a little competition.
Wow.
Tommy says that the doors and the roof come off of the new Bronco.
I
like
seen
a Jeep.
this. Listen,
like a Jeep.
I seen this psychopath. I forgot that we have to say what he says. I seen this psychopath drive. Looked outside the window today. I mean, you know how cold it is out there, and it's just like straight ice. I think it was actually yesterday. This psychopath was driving a Jeep Cherokee with no doors on it. And I guarantee you guys have seen this thing before because it drives around Bethel and Danbury, and I guarantee you've seen it. It's got this big exhaust thing on the side, and it's green.
Yeah.
And this dude is cruising down the road with no doors on this thing, and I'm just like, wow, buddy, why not just have a motorcycle or a quad or something?
What a
But
maniac.
anyway, let's go on to topic number 2.
All right. Ihop is opening a concept store. It's going to be fast food. It's going to be a lot like a McDonald's, to where you can just walk in. It's not really meant to sit down and enjoy your food. It's more
Called Flipped.
take to go. It's called Flipped. And they're opening a flagship location right now for this. But they're trying to get into the fast breakfast.
Can I just say something real quick about IHOP real quick? How come nobody wants to talk about how they did that thing, what was it, like 2 years ago or a year ago, where they said they were going to change their name to IHOB, International House of Burgers?
Breakfast.
Bro, man, seriously, bro.
Sorry, bro.
They're
Sorry.
already IHOP. They're
I got
already
my
breakfast.
information.
If you're
Dude,
a House of Pancakes, you're the same thing.
All right. I got to
Make
call
me-
my news plug.
Don't make me.
He's-
I'm going to attack you, bro.
Oh.
Don't say some shit like that.
Oh,
Make me attack
Jesus.
you.
All right.
So what I'm trying to say is this. They made this thing that they're going to change their name and they're going to go into a different. I mean, it was. Listen, I give them credit, but they never changed. They never went to IHOB.
It was never a thing.
It was never a thing.
You know why,
It's
right?
a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
And I like that. I
Yeah.
like publicity stunts.
I do too.
I tried to just pull one in Manhattan in Times Square a few months back. I tried to. got a lot of news agents.
You know, a
pissed
certain
off.
someone that I know.
Certain
I suggested this last night. And I thought it was hilarious, and when I said it, I immediately thought of you, and that you would find it funny. But I said you should. You know, a certain someone that I know is on a Team USA. Like winter sports team.
Yeah.
And she's like, how do I grow the brand, and how do I grow like my followers and people awareness about the sport?
Yeah.
And I was like, what you do is at the next competition, instead of getting on the sled, you take a knee and you make it about a social issue. And then you blow it up.
Yeah.
And you make it all about like, oh, they're not paying women enough, or they're not doing, make it fit. Just do that. Just pull it. Yes. And
that's
then
what
get
you do
all
nowadays.
the attention. That's what you do.
That's what you do.
And, she laughed it off, but I was being dead serious.
Yeah. She's like, oh, it's so funny. And you're like, I'm serious.
I was like, I'm dead ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
I'm dead ass low key serious.
So actually, you know what? I've never been to an IHOP in my life. I haven't. I've never been to a Denny's in my life.
I went to an IHOP
And
once.
I'm keep telling myself,
go to a Denny's.
are you making this up? Are you like, is this true? But it really is true. I've never been to a IHOP or a Denny's.
Really quickly, I just want to say that I'm going to go whack move on this topic because I hate shitty food.
Yeah.
Like low cost food is not okay. Yeah. It's not okay, low cost food. Like, I don't know.
That's why we go to Jersey Mike's instead of Subway.
I see a trend happening around here, and I'm gonna make a statement. This doesn't have to do with IHOP, but it's along the same lines. Like Denny's, IHOP, like their food is disgusting. It's like a different level, like a lower level of food. And I'm not some fancy guy. You know what I mean? I eat Scrapple. So when you eat Scrapple, your bar isn't that high.
You just want a wholesome
But I'm just saying,
selection.
What do you call it?
Fresh food.
What do you call it? Grade B chicken? What is it called?
Yeah, I just said they're probably using, the B grade chicken.
B grade chicken. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say from now on, if you serve B grade chicken, you're losing this guy. I'm out. I'm not trying to chew on that chicken. Like, that shit's gross.
Yeah.
Why is it even being made? And why am I starting to see it and more or less feel it in my mouth more and more? I know that sounded bad. That sounded bad. This is not that type of podcast, everybody. All right. So, but I'm just saying, I'm out. You serving grade B? What's it called?
B grade.
B grade chicken?
Yeah.
Bring that B grade chicken? I'm out.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Back to IHOP. They suck. Denny's sucks. These type of places suck. Waffle House sucks. White Castle sucks. And I like fast food. I'll smash Wendy's. Boy, you stack them square burgers up, boy.
But when Wendy's has got better quality chicken than your restaurant, you need to take a look in the mirror and really evaluate your decisions.
Analyze yourself as a human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You need to start questioning your
What are you
role.
going with?
I already went with Mack Move. I lifted up the sign and everything.
That's a whack move.
Wack Move.
Okay. All right.
Move.
So,
don't mean to confuse our audience. Topic number 3.
Yep.
Apple, Google, Amazon, and others are partnering to improve smart home devices. So right now there's some lesser known companies out there. I know Vivint is into the game right now.
Yeah.
And their solutions to this, their offerings for this product are not satisfactory. Apple, Google, and Amazon are going to get into the game. I don't know, Tommy, is it together? They're cooperating, right? They're working together to create, it's called Project Connected Home over IP. And it will work to create a new standard that will make it easier for the fragmented ecosystem of smart home products to work together. I am going to go whack move right off the bat. I hate this stuff. I don't want you in my home. Even though you're already in my home, I don't want you more in my home, more in control of my home. I know you already hear everything that I'm saying and you see everything that I'm doing, but I don't want you to control when my lights come on and off and when my garage door opens, when my alarm goes off. I'm in a glass box of emotion right now. I'm in a glass box of emotion, and that glass box was created by these 3 companies, and I want out. I'm going to start throwing stones.
I hear you, bro.
What is your take?
I'm going to go whack move as well.
Yeah.
I think you covered it all there. I foresee there being some major issues with this stuff. There's another topic that I actually wanted to cover about how you can hack the Nest. The problem is this: people come up with this and they don't think of security until bad shit happens. Then they're like, "Oh, that's right. We have to think of security." Why not think security first?
Yeah.
If your whole entire house, like from your refrigerator to your baby monitor to your whatever feeds your dog, runs on a network, you can get hacked. You know what I'm saying?
People are hacking these Ring devices and
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
creepy
So
shit to you while you sleep.
You can hack the Ring or the Nest once you get in, and if that's connected to the rest of your network, I'm sure you can hack the other shit too. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going whack move. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go as far as to say, I don't want it. I don't
And
want
I
it.
love technology. I love new stuff. I love,
Old man Johnson
I'm a brand.
doesn't want it. Listen, would I like for my refrigerator to tell my wife that I'm out of 2% milk? I would. I would like that. But I also don't want somebody jacking up my heat when I'm not home.
Yeah, the trade-off is too steep.
Exactly.
It's too steep of a trade-off.
They could be watching Scrappy when
Also,
he's laying there,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
doing his business on the couch that he might do when I'm not home. I don't know. I don't know what he does, but let him have his privacy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a private pup. Let him have his privacy.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we sound like old men here.
I think we do sound like old men, but I
but-
also think there's some reasoning behind what we have to say. You know what I mean?
But it's
Like,
the classic reasoning
Yes.
behind all old man arguments,
Yes.
which is keep it the way it is. You don't need to do it.
I feel as though
like
if
that's the classic
If we had
reasoning.
on Bud Light, Coors Light sweaters right now, we would be even more like the old folks.
I'm 24, but I feel like I'm 34, or at least like maybe 38.
If you look at pictures of Chase from when he started 2 years ago, he looks 18. Now, when you look at pictures of Chase, he looks 34.
I know. I was
And that
in
has to do with
great,
hanging out with me.
great shape.
He sits in
Just-
front of me, and he takes all the stress that I take. I just push it right on him. Just push it right over there, right over the desk, right onto his lap.
That's how diamonds are made.
It is. And that's the reason why this guy looks so old. I'm planning on making
Jesus.
him look like Robert Redford in
All right,
the
I'll take
next in the next
I'll take that.
6 months.
He's a handsome man.
Robert Redford now.
He's still a handsome man.
Now.
I mean, he's 80.
AARP Robert Redford.
Oh.
All right?
All right.
Okay, next topic. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's go.
Pepsi. Okay, ready? Topic number 4. Pepsi to unveil a Pepsi coffee next year. Pepsi is going to unveil a Pepsi coffee next year. And it's actually, there's also a Coca-Cola coffee coming out as well. So I'm assuming it's in response to that. But you know how we're all drinking these drinks nowadays? Frappuccino, mocha, latte, extra shot of turbo. And it's not enough to go to a Starbucks and order that. We now have to have it in cans and bottles available, in our homes or in a refrigerator at a deli near you. So these things are going to do really well because our palates have expanded as a nation, and we're looking for funkier and funkier stuff, a la White Claw. A la, I like saying Aladdin.
Yep.
But this looks like it could be pretty good. And honestly, I'm always looking for different ways of shooting up caffeine into my system.
I hear you.
So, I've tried suppositories.
I knew he was going there. I knew he was going there.
I've tried coffee-flavored chewing gum, and this just adds to that array of different products that I use. So, Mack move.
Yeah, I'm going to go whack move. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your goddamn lane. You know what I mean? I'm not okay with it. I'm not a big soda guy. And when I see Pepsi and it says that it's cafe, I think that there's high fructose corn syrup in there.
If you bought Coke or Pepsi stock at the beginning of this year, like Warren Buffett freaking told you to,
yeah,
he's been telling everybody, buy Coke, buy Pepsi for his whole life. He's been saying that. It's up 24%.
Can I just tell you?
On the year.
You'd have to be Warren Buffett to buy that stock. How much is it per share?
Don't know.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to say it's probably in a very high amount.
How much do you think Coke is worth?
A lot.
The company.
A lot.
The whole thing.
Well,
the whole
they're
tamale.
owned by a bunch of other shit, aren't they?
200 Coke? No. Coca-Cola is Coca-Cola.
No, but the Coca-Cola owns a bunch of shit under
Yeah.
They
They're
own Vitamin
huge.
Water,
They're massive. $231 billion valuation on the stock market. $231 billion dollars.
Wow.
Quarter trillion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay in the soda lane, all right? Just stay in the soda lane.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Mac move on that for me.
Whack move for me.
So I shared this article. We're on topic number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, why did you do that? What?
I went to go hit it.
Why did you do that?
Topic numero 5. All right, went with a different one there. I posted this on our the Mack Talks Facebook, which, by the way, go to the Facebook, type in the Mack Talks and hit follow. But Greta Thunberg, who's like a 13-year-old, 14-year-old,
I think she should change her name to Thunderberg.
eco activist.
Yes. Puppet.
And she won the Time Person of the Year award, which was
bullshit.
She was the youngest person to ever win. Very controversial decision. But people are saying they're a lot more deserving. I'm not saying that. Other people are saying that.
I'm saying it.
Other people are more deserving. And she won. We shared this on our
give that shit
Facebook
to
page.
Howie
And
Long.
honestly, it got less interaction than I thought it would get.
Can I tell you that Howie Long, or wait, what's his name? Chris Long, played for who's the one that plays for the Eagles? Which Long? Chris Long? That dude deserves it. That dude deserves it more than her. He donated his whole goddamn salary. Anyway, carry on.
He's rich.
Carry on.
So anyway, so you know what she's famous for is her speech at the UN,
Everybody
where
knows
she
what
got.
she's
Let me do my impression of it. Hang on. Wait, what does she say again?
She says something about how like you're going to roll my childhood.
Yeah.
Don't make fun, bro. You're trying to. You were in the beginning. You were trying to be politically correct.
No, but this is
And
my.
now you're gonna make.
This
fun
is
of
my.
her.
This is my
He's so funny.
impersonation
He's
of
like,
her.
it's not my opinion. It's not my opinion.
This is my opinion.
Now he's going in and making fun of her the way
honestly,
she speaks.
I'm
Fucking
the
psychopath.
most like I love being green. I love being environmentally friendly. I
So
believe in it
green,
100%. Scientists are the ones that are telling us this is what's happening, and I believe it. So I'm all about that, and I think that we should raise awareness about this stuff. But my point is, this girl has done nothing but give a speech and travel by boat. She travels by boat, by sailboat.
Also by train. There's a picture of her on the train eating fruit out of a single serving cup.
Honestly,
That's a no-no. If you're worried about the environment, that's a no-no. Just eat the goddamn fruit out of your hand.
oh, fun fact: Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin were also.
I never knew that.
Time
You
people
better
illegal.
get your hand out of my camera angle, bro. Seriously, don't do it. You trying to be like John Cena. You're like, all right, so really?
Yeah, Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin were also Time People of the Year. So
I mean, why not
she
make...
joins-
Where's Saddam Hussein?
I think he's on there too.
How did Adolf Hitler... Like, why didn't they stop doing Time Life Person of the Year? Why didn't they stop doing it? How does it have any credibility?
It used to be Time Man of the Year. Now it's Time Person of the Year. Just so you know that.
Whatever.
As well.
What are you going to say, Tommy?
So Time actually put up a poll that said, who do you think should be Time Person of the Year?
It's big time, Tommy.
Protesters, Greta Thunberg.
Thunderberg. I changed her new name, yeah.
And I forget who the third one was. And it was like 98% voted for the Hong Kong protesters. And then not, like, I think maybe 1 or 2% voted for...
Yeah,
Oh,
but can
yeah.
you fit all those people on the front of a magazine, though? Like, I don't know. And I don't think they're allowed to be on the magazine either. They get tear gas shot at them trying to pose for that picture.
But you know, I don't think the message is altogether bad that she's spreading.
No, but she's a puppet.
And I get that, you know, when you're a kid in these school systems today, those things get drilled into your head. You know, the stuff about the climate,
Listen,
the way
I
that
like
we treat
her.
animals.
I like her. She seems like a
which
great
I think
kid.
is all justified.
Seems like a great kid. Maybe she should start a YouTube channel. Maybe she should go be a kid. Like, go be a kid for a little bit. I just feel like, number one, you're using her as a puppet. That's what you're doing, number one. Like, you're using a child. And I'm usually for that. You know, I have my child come on this program a lot, and I'm usually for that. But in this case, I'm not for it. It's a lot of pressure to put on this kid.
How
you know,
dare you?
How much hate mail this kid probably gets. Like,
how dare you take my childhood from me? You're taking your childhood from yourself. That was it. That was my impression.
Chase flip-flops on shit like you can't believe,
How
bro.
dare you?
When I was a couple weeks ago when I was calling her a puppet, or last week when I was calling her a puppet, he's like, how is she a puppet, bro? How is she a puppet?
No.
And he's like going at me about it. And now he's completely on board.
No,
How
I'm not
dare
completely on board. I said that I think that she's being sincere.
You're in the chill zone, bro.
No, she's
in the chill zone.
She's being sincere. I just don't think that she's accomplished or done anything besides just be vocal about this issue. And she hasn't really sacrificed. I need blood. No, I need sacrifice. I need sacrifice. You need to shed sweat, tears, something in order to, you know what I mean? Put Jeff Bezos on there. Jesus.
Whoa, dude.
Hate Amazon.
Guy's a dick.
I hate Amazon.
I don't think you'd put Jeff Bezos on there. Why?
Well,
the
I
hell
mean, if
would
you're
you do
putting
that?
Hitler and freaking Stalin up there, then put Jeff Bezos on there.
True that. So, all right. Well, what are we going with on this one? Did we already say?
You know, this. So
I lost track of what
I'm
we were
gonna
doing
go Wack move. I wish all the best to this girl. I think, you know, she's smart and she speaks well and she got a great career in politics coming up.
Oh, she definitely has a career in politics.
And but God, just be a kid. You know.
Some might actually say, is she a Manchurian? What is it called? Manchurian candidate?
Can you imagine what I was like when I was her age?
What's it called when they
Dude,
when
you
they
couldn't
plant
bother me with that shit.
What's it called?
What?
Manchurian
candidate?
Yeah, maybe that's what she is.
No.
She could be.
She could be. No, a Manchurian candidate is like a
trying to
terrorist
run for
who gets put in as president. Like a covert agent, like a terrorist.
Dude, I saw
who
the
gets
movie, bro.
elected as president.
I saw the movie.
I don't think you did.
Is it my turn? I'm gonna go whack move on Thunderberg. She seems like, I'm gonna say what Chase said. She seems like a great kid. You know,
Smart.
If she ever wanted to
speaks
come
well.
over and play with Macy,
She wants
I'd
an
let her.
internship here. I'll definitely consider it.
Like if her and Macy wanted to go to the mall, I'd take them. She might be upset that I'm driving in a Tahoe, sucking up gas, but I'd take them. You know what I mean?
I just feel like she's so serious and she's robbing herself of something.
I know.
There's not going to be a complete growth there as a human if you just
I would say
focus
this,
on those things.
I would say this. If we can get Tommy to care about this podcast the way that she cares about global warming, there will be no stopping us.
Roll Tommy.
Roll, Tommy, roll!
Roll Tommy.
Big time Tommy.
I was going to say roll tide, but... All right, that's it for our Mac Move or Wack Move topics, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's going to conclude this episode, number 47 of the Mack Talks. We have some delicious food coming.
Oh, my God. I'm so hungry right now.
Right? We got some delicious food coming.
Yes.
I have an appointment at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Who's going to go get this food?
What's going on, guys?
Tommy.
Can we trust him?
No,
He was telling me-
I'll bring him with me. Tommy, we'll go together.
Tommy was telling me that he's got an addiction for empanadas.
Is it cowbell?
For empanadas.
Is it more cowbell?
Yeah, more cowbell. He's got an addiction for empanadas, and
Tommy, I've never seen you with an empanada.
freaking Irish boy loves him some empanadas.
I'm probably, you know what's funny is I've been moving around so much, I'm probably not even in frame anymore. So sorry, guys, you can't see this. You know, what I'm more pissed about is that I'm not on that side because that's my angle. This is my angle. This is not my angle. But I still do it because I love you and I love this podcast. And I want you to be happy and I want what's best for you. So so I took this side and I didn't say anything.
Dude, this guy is feeling that Christmas spirit right now.
Yeah.
Is he not?
By the way, somebody asked me something. They said, "Do you like Christmas music?" I said, "No." They said, "Doesn't it put you in the mood?" I said, "No." Everything puts me in the Christmas mood. The snow outside, the Christmas trees that I see. The last thing I need is Mariah Carey making another $100 million, in the month of December, and me having to listen to it. Listen to her music. Do you know that? Did you know that about Mariah Carey? Is that her song is number one every year?
Unbelievable.
On the Billboard charts.
Dude, back off the mic. You're blowing out the sound.
On the Billboard charts every year in December, Mariah Carey hits number one.
Yo, Mariah Carey should be Time Life.
Yeah, but
Person of the
Scott,
Year.
people go their entire music careers, successful musicians that make money, and they never make the number one spot. And she makes it every year.
Just because of the song? Because of the Christmas song?
All I Want for Christmas Is You, baby.
I hear you, bro.
That's a little fun fact that actually has to do with, business and, so I'm full of this stuff. So if you guys need,
Give me the DMs.
I got you. I'll be your news plug. All right.
Also, what else? If you got an aux cord,
pass me that.
Why?
Pass that.
Why?
Because if you want that Spanish hitter, I got that. You want that trap music, I got that. You want that French rap, I got that. You just pass me that aux, boy.
Chase thinks he has
I'll crank it up to
best
11,
music
baby.
on his phone. He's like, I got the best music.
It's
and
obvious.
the fastest way to get to it on my phone.
And you know what? Shout out to Alex Sobchuk in college. He had actually the best music. And it wasn't current. It was just he had the best library put together. It was like everything. And I take a lot from him. But now I am the leader. I have the aux. I have the best music in the office.
Pass me the aux.
And that's actually that's indisputable. I think you have to give that to me. I'm the best in the office.
He's the best. All right, cool. So this is going to wrap up the episode. Happy holidays. You have to be politically correct and say happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, he did it. He went there, girlfriend.
Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Kwanzaa.
Everything.
New Year.
All right.
Whatever holiday it is.
Go ahead and
be with your family.
We'll look at your notes and go ahead and close us out, bro.
I don't need
I have these notes.
Shit. Guys, if you want to help the podcast grow, give us a review on iTunes. Give us 5 stars. We'd really appreciate it. It's really the best way that you can contribute. Number 2, go to www.themacktalks.com. You can view all of our different platforms on there. It's Spotify. It's everything, okay? Go there. Listen to some of our episodes. YouTube, type in the Mack Talks. Facebook, type in the Mack Talks. Instagram, @MACK Talks.
Happy holidays. Merry Kwanzaa.
Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way.
That's a wrap.